It's your daily Trevor Bauer update.
We had to get that voiced over. Today's update is something Andy wrote about for SNY.TV. Trevor Bauer tweeted that he'd consider a job in Japan. So, Andy, do you believe he could really do something totally unexpected here?
Well, if anybody could, I guess it would be Trevor Bauer. What if a team in the NPB league offered him $50 million for 1 year, and the economic uncertainty in MLB is what it is? Look, I reached out to Bauer's agent, Rachel Luba, yesterday to ask if Bauer was serious about that, and she referred me back to her own Twitter account for news on Trevor Bauer, which I thought was kind of interesting. That's kind of what I wrote the column about, how this is going to be a free agency like no other. Usually reporters like me and Ken Rosenthal and Jeff Passan and everybody else, we get sources from agencies, from front offices, and we report the news on things like this. But Bauer and his agent are going to control the flow of information on this process. We've already seen him tweet out these kinds of sort of semi-joking overtures to other clubs. Now he's talking about Japan. And it's not going to be easy to separate fact from kind of trolling or kidding, because all the information we're likely going to have is what comes from those two Twitter accounts and some video blogging stuff that Bauer's doing. So it's not going to be your typical reported free agency. And why not? There's enough sameness in the world. As much as this might cost me in my role as the gatekeeper of information, why not just try something different for one player is what I think.
It's your daily JT Realmuto update.
All right, Andy, Jim Salisbury of NBC Sports Philly is reporting that JT Realmuto wants to stay there, is not keen on playing in New York. What was your take on that story?
Jim Salisbury is one of the best baseball beat reporters in the country. I actually work with him in Philadelphia. He's never wrong. So this story's definitely true. And look, I don't see necessarily a lot of room for mutual interest between Realmuto and the New York clubs this year. Certainly not the Yankees, because of the payroll issues that we've talked about before. And with the Mets, if Sandy Alderson's given a long-term deal to a 30-year-old catcher, that would be out of character.